In the year 1211, the wind howled across the Mongolian steppe, dry and bitter like an omen. Beneath a pale morning sky, a man stood alone on a ridge, wrapped in furs, staring south toward the horizon. His name was Temujin, though the world would soon know him as Genghis Khan. Behind him stretched a sea of black tents and thousands of warriors tending to their horses, sharpening blades and awaiting a command that would shake the world. The Jin Dynasty of northern China had once laughed at the Mongols. They called them barbarians, primitive, unworthy of diplomacy. Years before, the Jin had killed Genghis Khan's envoys, an unforgivable insult in the steppe tradition. In Mongol culture, a messenger's life was sacred. To murder one was to declare total war, and Genghis Khan never forgot a slight. But this was no reckless raid. Genghis Khan had spent years unifying the feuding Mongol tribes, forging a nation through loyalty, law, and blood. He had built an army unlike any the world had seen, fast, ruthless, disciplined. Each warrior could ride for days without food, sleep in the saddle, and hit a bird mid-flight with a bow. Now he would lead them into the heart of a powerful empire. The Jin ruled from massive walled cities, protected by stone fortresses, thick gates, and rows of professional soldiers. They outnumbered the Mongols. They had more wealth, more weapons, more everything, except hunger. Under the cover of early spring fog, the Mongol horde moved south, slipping through mountain passes and forest trails. Their tactics were lightning fast: strike, vanish, strike again. They would encircle a city, cut off its supplies, and let fear do the work. Villages surrendered without a fight. Jin commanders who resisted were crushed and left as a warning. Burned banners hanging from shattered gates. Word of the Mongols spread like wildfire. The Jin court in Zhongdu, modern-day Beijing, was gripped by confusion. Desperate for intelligence, the emperor sent spies north. But Genghis Khan had already anticipated this. He staged false movements, built fake encampments, and spread deliberate misinformation. The spies returned with reports of a weak, disorganized enemy. It was a lie, and the Jin believed it. And then came the night that would change history. The fortress city of Zhongdu had stood for centuries, protected by towering walls and deep moats. But on a moonless night in 1215, the Mongols surrounded it in silence. Every archer was given a task: fire arrows soaked in pitch, wrapped in oil-soaked cloth. When the signal came, a flaming spear launched into the sky. The darkness erupted. Thousands of fire-tipped arrows whistled through the air, arching over the walls like a fiery rain. They struck roofs, towers, banners, everything flammable. Within moments, the city was ablaze. Wooden buildings collapsed, smoke choked the streets, horses screamed, children cried, and chaos swallowed the defenders. Mongol warriors surged through the smoke, axes and sabers gleaming. Resistance collapsed. The once proud soldiers of the Jin fled or fell. In the imperial palace, the ruling elite panicked. Some took poison, others begged for mercy. Genghis Khan gave none. By dawn, the city was a smoldering ruin. Blackened stone, blood-stained walls. Silence, broken only by the soft thud of ash falling like snow. Genghis Khan entered the gates on horseback, his generals at his side. He did not smile. There was no triumph in his eyes, only purpose. For him, this was not a victory. It was a message. This is what happens when you kill a Mongol messenger. Zhongdu was not the end. It was the beginning. After the fall of the Jin capital, the dynasty began to crumble, and Genghis Khan turned his gaze westward, to Khwarezm, Persia, Europe. He had come from nothing, a boy orphaned on the steppe. And now he ruled over more land than any man before him. But he never ruled with mercy. He ruled with memory. Every insult, every betrayal, every broken treaty. He remembered them all. And when night falls and the wind howls, some say you can still hear the fire arrows scream through the sky. Echoes of a man who changed the world, one burning city at a time.